Alright, we're recording. Once again, we're talking about the bevel edged knife. Used them for a long time, incorrectly. Never liked it. Always found it to be awkward, unrepeatable. So I took a piece of stock. This is a Richard scraper. Softened it, reground it, beveled it, hardened it, tempered it, and this is the scraper you see before you now. Keep the knife flat on the back. No twisting. And for the beveled edge, you want to just set the angle of your bevel and give it a polish. It's important that the edges have no visible curls or telltales or shiny bits. That would indicate you've got a bit of foil, and you want to make sure you buff that off before you start your cutting. This is a piece of veg, about 7 ounce, 6.5, 7 ounce, let's say. And if I did need to cut that down to make a stitched edge, what I need to do is thin it down. In order to thin it down, I have to decide how thick I want that edge to be. Now, by placing the knife at different amounts of angle, I can set the height that knife is above the glass plate. This would then give me the thickness I need for the edge. So if I put that much off and run an edge down on the first pass, see, I've taken it down to maybe an ounce off, maybe not, and then I can go again, moving in a little closer, then I can come closer. Each of these I'm getting closer to the heel of the knife, and as I get closer, I should be able to start to feel that I've got an edge that is the thickness that I want. And yeah, that's pretty good, probably down to about 3 ounce, maybe 4 ounce on the edge. Now to make that skive longer, I place the knife like this, and then I keep the heel of the knife on the glass, and then I run the knife down to try and get the skive to be longer. This enables me to run a nice long edge skive without touching the edge of the leather. So by leaning the knife down and over, I can then create a long skive, and quite a flat one, to the edge without interfering with the edge itself. Let's get this to be about the same. Then if I need it to be a little thinner, I can then bring it in, hit the edge a little thinner, and once again bring that edge down so that I'm not interfering with the actual edge itself. If I need to bring that down to a feather edge, I have to bring the heel of the knife in quite close to the edge of the leather, and then by running it down very close to the edge, I reduce the thickness to what I need to do for feathering the edge. So now I've brought it down quite close to a feather, not quite. And if I need to go in further, I would then bring the knife in closer and feather it right on down without interfering with the actual edge. So this is repeatable. You're able to put a scrape on to flatten your edge and give you a nice long bevel to a fairly feathered edge. You can go further on the feather. I'm down pretty close to feather right now. As you can see, the inside grain, or the grain from the inside, very close. And you can play with it as you get closer. For curves, same thing applies. You decide on how much you want to take off in your first round, and then you can bring the blade in until you have established the thickness of leather you wish. Then you slant the knife over and take the skive longer into the body of the material. Very repeatable, very easy to control, very easy to make. I'll go over the making these in another video. So once again, Injun Gorder Richard scraper, beveled and turned. I've had trouble with the supposed right-hand scrapers for years because they just didn't work, didn't grab. It was always difficult for me to use. Reground and beveled this one. Now it works like a charm. I go back and look at Al Stolman's book. Sure enough, Al was using the bevel down. Thanks for now. This is Locke Harrison, Canadian Society for Creative Leathercraft, signing off. Goodbye.